today I thought I would show you a bit of my manga collection. I have a lot more than this in my bookshop, but today I've just brought the first 10 One Piece volumes with me to show you today. Let's line them up in order, shall we? I actually used to find it fun to look at the little numbers on the side to study Japanese. Today I just thought I would show you some of my collection, and then maybe we can study some words from it. I used to study a lot of Japanese using manga and stuff in my free time. There's a lot of One Piece is quite unique in that you certainly learn a lot of words that don't necessarily come up in daily life, which is also what makes it quite fun. But if anyone's interested in more, I do own the whole of One Piece in Japanese, so I can certainly keep going for all the volumes. And yeah, let's try learn some Japanese. This is what the back looks like. Price. Got a nice cover here. Starting with number 10 here. You can see on the side a little number. Cool story is I actually, well, I say I got them for free. So my original homestay family in Japan had a friend who didn't want their collection anymore, and they offered it to me, and of course I said yes. My homestay knew that this was my favourite anime and manga, and it cost money to ship it back to the UK, of course, but other than that, got quite a lovely deal. So the copies are quite old due to that. I don't know exactly how old. But yeah, let's have a look through them, shall we? Here we've got volume 9. Volume 8. It's really nostalgic going through all of these. Volume 7. Volume 6. It's quite funny going through them backwards down to 1. To be honest, number 1's the one I studied from most at the start. I can't remember how far I got actually, in terms of reading them to study. Not too far. We got Usopp's arc. Number 3. Number 2. Oh, you can see here I clearly was reading it at some point. Left a little, this is the bookmark. You can see the page underneath is slightly different texture. Guess I'll save where I was, however many years ago. And finally, number 1. So I actually have 2 copies of number 1. I already owned my own number 1 of One Piece. I seem to have a strange phase of collecting number 1 of each manga I really, really liked. But that meant when I got the person's collection, I now have 2 number 1s. So today I brought out the slightly newer looking version. I'm not actually sure which is which anymore, but one of them had slightly more yellowish pages. I don't know if that age does it to that extent. These ones actually. Maybe, yeah, this might indeed be the original edition I had, as it looks slightly, the pages look a bit more white, whereas my older one, they looked a bit more yellow. I do wonder how old these are, but I don't suppose there's a publication. Oh, there we go. No, there's no. Oh, there we go. This one was 2012, and the original was obviously 1997. So that might indeed be my version. Let's just check the others and save my place. Oh, this is 2011. Right, so, I assume this must all have been the set then. Yeah. And it was given to me possibly 2015, 2016. So it wasn't too old actually, maybe 4 or 5 years old. So here was me this whole time thinking it was an ancient collection, but maybe not. Anyway, let's put these ones aside for now, and we're going to focus on volume 1, and I'm going to take some notes on my iPad and just go through a bit of some Japanese vocabulary. Yeah, I hope it's relaxing. So, I've got my iPad here, and I thought we can just take some notes on any of the new words. Right, so let's have a look, shall we? I might just take the cover off. It's getting in the way slightly. It's not too long. So yeah, let's just start from the first page and see what comes up. Got the contents. Now please ignore my awful handwriting, but first line. Now, one thing that's really unfortunate is if I get my stroke order wrong, because people can see. But let's hope not. So, yeah, I wonder how it's best to go about this. Let's just do some translation, shall we? So we've got here, and you've got the particle wa, chisana, which means God, it's been so long since I wrote kanji. I really hope I don't mess anything up. Small. So, this is read chisai. You can probably see. Here they actually have, oh dear, G. They have which is how you read kanji in Japanese. And then we've got minato mura. So if we are going to go look into the kanji, I think I'm going to zoom in on this one here. Oh gosh, my awful handwriting. I might, in fact, enter some text. That might make it slightly easier. Let's change my keyboard to Japanese. And, minato mura. So here's the word we want. The very first line of One Piece. Let's make it a bit bigger, shall we? She says, how do I make it bigger? Down. There we go. Now we've got the word here, and then I'm going to add in how to read it. Minato mura. So as you can see, when you type Japanese, the kanji comes up here. This is just how you read it. So I'll put that underneath. And yes, that was my ugly version of the same word. Probably with the incorrect stroke order as well. So one of our first words we've come across. And when it comes to kanji like this, these two in this case have two different meanings. So it's quite a good one to dissect actually. So we can even crop it down here. So mura, the second half of this word, means village. And this is the kanji for how to write it. It's usually written with the kanji for mura. And then minato, which is this half of the word. I realise it looks like a little heart. But this half means port or harbour. I'm not actually checking any of these on the dictionary. I probably should to show you all. Just in case I am correct about anything. Let me just I often use this app if I ever want to look up a word. Minato mura. So minato means harbour or port. And then mura means village. And when you put them together, it's I can't think of the English word now. Like a harbour town, harbour port city. Why can't I think of the word? So that's our first word. When you're learning Japanese with this app, Jisho, is one I often use, you get some good example sentences. So for example, この村には工場は一つもない, which means there is no factory in this village. And here's the kanji for mura. Oh. Here's the kanji for mura we just come across in bold. So you've got loads of different, a lot of sentences. If you click on it here, gosh, people love the word village. I guess it shows how useful it is to use manga to study. But yeah, we can look up minato as well, which is harbour, and you're going to get a lot of interesting sentences for that as well. Minato ni wa takusan no fune ga aru. There are many ships in the harbour. So definitely checked the word was correct there. That's our first sentence. So here is, I don't know, let's not do it word for word, because then the word order will get funny, but here is a small port town, harbour village. Right, so that's our first sentence of One Piece. Let's go on to the next, shall we? So, the second sentence of One Piece . Minato ni wa 1年ほど前から Then I'm just going to put this one slightly further down. 海賊船が停泊している。Right, and now you have the second two sentences of one piece. I realise the pink might actually be slightly hard to see, so I might actually just just rewrite out what I've done to make it slightly easier to see. Again, please excuse my hideous handwriting and awful stroke order. Let's just rub this one up. We've got some black here. And you can tell when I'm writing words I never write, my handwriting often gets bigger. I actually don't ever write Japanese anymore. I type it every day, but I never actually get to write, and you can tell my handwriting is awful. But then again, my handwriting in English is not the most aesthetically pleasing either. I'm going to focus on some dark colours so that you can all see it. Right, so this is the same word we just came across, minato. So port, so by itself it's port, if you remember. Niwa, it's like particles again. I guess we can say like in. 1年ほど前から、1年, this is read nen, means year. So if you see here, we've got an English 1 in front of it, and then year. Let's change to red, shall we? Sorry, there's absolutely zero logic in my colour choice for any of this. So if I write it bigger, you can see this is 1 year. Now, of course, if we change that to 2 years, 3, and like that. So this kanji, or Chinese character, if you want to put it that way, as long as it comes after a number, that's going to mean however many years. So it's also read toshi, or doshi if you're maybe putting something in front of it. Like if you're the year of the ox, for instance, like I am. Like ushidoshi, but that's irrelevant, sorry. Like with most kanji, there's different readings of it. This makes me realise just how hard it is to teach what's in my head. I'm an awful teacher. But one other thing this character is used for is to write the year. So it's currently 2022, and then you put it after. And it's 2020年. It's 2022年, which is a lot of twos. But yeah, you can have maybe last year as well, 2021年. And then when it comes to Japanese, I know I'm going off on a tangent here, but you can also write in I guess I'm just getting rid of all of it. You can also write in these Chinese characters. God, they're going to be so hideous, I'm sorry. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my gosh, it's been so long. 6. どうやって書くんだっけ? 7, 8, 9, and 10. And so I guess you can also write like this for 1 year, 3 years, etc. Etc. But often I just do it with the Western Arabic numbers like that. So, sorry, I went a bit off on a tangent there. Let's use a bigger rubber. So for our second sentence, going back to it. So this is 1 year. Hodo is, so this one is read hodo. It's to do with like quantity. Let's look up the exact definition, but it means about 1 year. Hodo. Yeah, so here we've got the definition of it. Extent, degree, or measure. You often see the word teiro, which is the degree or amount. Let's see if ichinen hodo comes up in here, which is ichinen hodo. Okay, so we're not gonna get it to come up, but yeah, it's about a year. And then mae means, what colour shall we pick? Purple. Mae means before. It's read mae, before. So kara is since. And I think I'm going to make this the last one, or this video is going to get awfully long. But we definitely have plenty of content to choose from. I've done just the first 2 sentences today. But right, so this word here is going to be very relevant, and if you ever watch the anime itself, I'm sure you've heard it many a time. So it's red kaizoku. Now maybe anyone that's heard me might actually already recognize the word, but it's pirate. Very good word for One Piece. And then similar to the compound we looked at earlier, we've added another thing after it, and this means ship. It's gonna get complex again. Where ship is usually, if you want to just say ship, then not as in shipping characters, unfortunately, but an actual ship, it's fune. But in this case, it's actually red. Kaizoku. I believe I can actually check the source material. Yep. The source material here is Kaizoku-sen ga teihaku shiteru. So that's how it's read when it's a word meaning, you guessed it, pirate ship. Let me know in the comments if you preferred Going Merry or, oh my gosh, I can't remember the new name for the ship. That's awful. Sunny Go. Wow, it's been a good 4 or 5 years since I properly read One Piece despite owning it. So, depends. Let me know in the comments whereabouts you are if you do watch it. I got to the start of Wanokuni in the anime, but I know that's still ongoing, and I think I'm the kind of person that would rather wait and watch it all in 1 or 2 days. The first time I watched One Piece, actually, I watched it in a record of 2 months with school, which is quite concerning. I do think I took a few sick days to marathon in there, and I did skip some of the filler arcs, But yeah, I was really obsessed with it when I was about 14 or 15. So our next word is teihaku. Now this is, as you can probably see by the word, it's probably slightly hard. I don't think difficulty is really the problem here, but I think you would come across it later in your Japanese journey compared to the other stuff we've come across. But yeah, teihaku, let's look it up. Teihaku. Anchorage, mooring. So yeah, I don't know if that's going to come up in everyday conversation. And it's anchorage because it's acting as a verb, I believe. So we've got anchorage here, and then shiteiru means in the process of doing. Process of doing something. If you ever look this up in the dictionary, it's going to be teihaku suru. Oh, I decided not to use pink. Let's use a very, very dark pink. So, our final English translation is a pirate ship has been anchored. So the whole sentence was, since a year ago, a pirate ship has been anchored at the harbour, if I remember correctly. Or we could do it this way, anchored at the harbour since, since 1 year, for 1 year, since 1 year ago, there we go. Since 1 year ago, and then I believe the first sentence was, let's do this, so we can put them in order. Oh dear, our P's gone running. But our first two sentences of One Piece were, this is a small, let's make it harbour village to be consistent with harbour here. Harbour village. And then the next sentence is, a pirate ship has been anchored at the harbour since 1 year ago. I don't know if anyone has the English One Piece, but it'd be interesting to see how crappy my English translation is in contrast. I think translating effectively into English is a talent some people have, and I don't. I make things sound very clunky and not very elegant, but I think as long as I understand the Japanese, that's what makes me happy. So, but yeah, I'm going to leave it there today. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I really, really, really hope this inspires you to read One Piece if you haven't. If not, I hope it inspires you to study Japanese in some way. And I'd like to just, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful sleep.